This will sound illogical as you try to grasp the how, but the ending has already chosen you. That strange certainty you feel right now, as if something within you knew before you did, is the sign that you've crossed the invisible threshold separating wanting from receiving. You didn't stumble upon this video by accident. Your future frequency orchestrated this encounter. What you're about to hear isn't just another manifestation technique. It's the recognition of a compass that always pointed backward toward the ending you need to feel for the path to simply unveil itself. Most people spend their lives chasing how to get, how to achieve, how to force reality to bend to their will. And as they do that, the universe delivers exactly what they're asking for. More effort, more frustration, more distance between them and their desires. But if you're watching this right now, you're already sensing something different. There's a subtle weight in your chest, an almost imperceptible vibration at the base of your neck. It's not anxiety. It's your nervous system recognizing a frequency your mind hasn't yet named. That sensation doesn't lie. It's the primary indication that the conclusion is selecting you. Let me unveil the core paradox that no one explains. When you pursue the how before having felt the ending, you're operating from a place of scarcity. Your brain interprets each step as a fragmented effort, as if you're attempting to guess the answer instead of simply knowing it. You're constantly looking outward, but not in a beneficial way. This fragmented approach keeps you stuck in a loop of trying, often leading to frustration and exhaustion. It's like being perpetually tired, yet always pushing for more. This continuous struggle often results in a feeling of collapse, pushing you further into the known present instead of allowing you to embrace an inevitable future. From that perspective, the how ceases to be your burden. It becomes the universe's responsibility. The ancient Stoics understood this concept. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, would visualize his death each night, not out of morbidity, but because feeling the culmination of life allowed him to make clear choices in the present. Quantum physicists have inadvertently touched upon this very idea. Future observation collapses the probability wave in the past. It's not magic, it's mechanics. When your future self, the one who already possesses what you desire, observes your current moment, it reorganizes events to align. You don't manifest. You permit the manifested ending to reach you. Now, truly inhabit your future. Feel what it's like to already be there. Notice your breathing. Don't force it. Just observe. Note how the air enters cool and exits warm. This temperature difference is a subtle signal of energetic exchange, and as you perceive it, your body is already recalibrating to a new frequency. This isn't a metaphor. When your nervous system relaxes into the certainty of the outcome, your chemical signals shift. Cortisol levels decrease, heart coherence increases, and your personal electromagnetic field begins to emit a signature that attracts synchronicities. The universe doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your internal state. And what if the problem was never your lack of clarity, but rather your excessive need for control? Consider this. Each time you ask, "How do I do this?" you assume the method is yours to command, but the how was never within your jurisdiction. Your sole responsibility is to experience the ending with such vividness that your body recognizes it as real. Then, the how will unfold on its own, through unexpected conversations, sudden opportunities, decisions you make instinctively, which in hindsight prove to be unavoidable. The ultimate conclusion is already selecting you. Every moment you sustain that certainty, you are signing a contract with your future self. Now, notice something specific. Since you started watching this video, how many times have you felt the urge to pause, to check if this is genuinely happening, to wonder if you're doing something wrong by simply listening? That urge is the ego's resistance, the part of you that needs to feel in control. Yet just beneath that resistance lies a profound stillness, a part of you that already knows, that always knew. That aspect doesn't require any instruction. It simply needs you to stop interrupting it. Here is the first tangible revelation. The outcome you seek isn't an external occurrence. It's an internal state that collapses. The future trajectory of your being is irrelevant. After all, this heart harbors the combined weight of ritual transformed into a state of anxiety, fixed on abandoning the benevolent force that guides and equips divine providence. Congress seized upon the manner in which its theological manager, minutely scrutinized by today's leading essayist, possessed numerous stock citations. Once feminist philosopher Taylor Sinea pushed her critiques to be fully embraced, or at least acknowledged, within a month. If this resonates with you, if something in your chest is opening right now, I want you to take action. It's not about technique, it's about recognition. Say it. I can already feel the end calling to me. Write it down precisely like that. Don't overthink it. When you commit it to paper, you're not just affirming it publicly. You're granting permission for your nervous system to reconfigure itself around that truth. The instant you do that, the universe receives an unambiguous, interference-free signal that you are prepared for the ___9 to begin revealing itself. Do it now. The act of documenting it is part of the crossing over. Let's revisit the paradox. The reason the how eludes you when you chase it is simple. You're operating from a frequency of lack. Every anxious query, every meticulous plan, every strategy you devise is a biological acknowledgement of absence, and the universe, acting as a perfect mirror, reflects back more opportunities for planning, more justifications for waiting, more evidence that it's not yet. However, when you genuinely perceive the outcome, when you discern that it already is, you can't fabricate this sensation. When your physiology experiences the relaxation, the assurance, the profound relief of _13, you shift your energetic frequency. From this new frequency, the _14 isn't something you pursue, it finds you. Across various cultures, there's an ancient tradition that speaks of inhabiting life from the __15_. This isn't about an apocalypse. It refers to living as if you've already reached the point where every wild aspiration you harbored has been fulfilled. From this vantage point, you observe your present. When you adopt this mindset, decisions become unequivocally clear. Distractions dissipate. Inappropriate individuals naturally recede, and the right people emerge effortlessly. This is because the desired outcome is already selecting you. Anything that doesn't align with that conclusion simply won't find a foothold in your experience. In this scenario, this understanding is sufficient. Consider the stories of patients, like the Adventists who believed a certain event was disastrous for quote underscore 16 underscore. If someone truly embodies the realization of the achieved outcome, they start to perceive opportunities that were previously invisible. Now, I'm going to share something that likely no one has told you. The universe doesn't test you. It doesn't erect obstacles to gauge your worthiness. That's an ego-driven narrative. The universe mirrors you. If you feel compelled to prove something, the universe will furnish scenarios where you must continue to demonstrate. If you feel inherently sufficient, if you sense that the desired end already belongs to you, the universe will provide confirmations of that sufficiency. The distinction isn't in what you do, but in the perspective from which you act. Here comes the second, more visceral revelation. When you cease questioning how and begin asserting, "It is already mine," your future self starts transmitting signals to you. These aren't mystical. They are verifiable synchronicities, an unforeseen message, a chance conversation that opens a door, and seemingly random thought that, if pursued, leads you precisely where you need to be. Carl Jung termed this synchronicity, or quote 19, events linked by meaning, not by cause. Modern science, however, is beginning to entertain a more radical notion, that the future can influence the past through focused intent. They don't label it this way. They call it retrocausal causality. But the underlying mechanism is the same. Inhale deeply, filling your lungs completely. Hold for 3 seconds, then slowly release. As you do this, observe your diaphragm pushing downward and expanding. This physical expansion directly parallels the expansion of possibilities within your reality. When your body expands, so does your reality. Not because you believe it, but because biology and the quantum field are two aspects of the same phenomenon, viewed from different angles. The desired outcome is already selecting you, and each mindful breath is a vote in favor of that perspective. What if you simply stopped resisting? What if, instead of asking, "How do I make this work?" you asked, "What if it has already worked, and I'm just recalling how I got here?" This mental inversion isn't a mere trick. It's a profound reframing that your nervous system comprehends perfectly. Your body does not inhabit linear time. It exists in the eternal present, and in the eternal present, the past and the future are equally accessible. When you perceive the outcome, you aren't anticipating. You are recalling from the future. Now, an important distinction. This isn't just another manifestation video urging you to visualize and wait. This is different because what I'm sharing doesn't hinge on your belief. It hinges on your disposition. It doesn't depend on your intellect. It depends on your willingness to feel, and feeling is not believing. Feeling is allowing your body to register a frequency that your conscious mind has not yet grasped. The quote 23 doesn't require your intellectual understanding. It only requires you to stop interfering. Reflect on the last time something unfolded favorably for you, without force, without strategy, without a detailed blueprint. It just happened. Remember that feeling, that sensation of lightness, that calm, quiet certainty. This is already mine, right before it actually materialized. That wasn't mere luck. It was your frequency perfectly aligning with the outcome, and what transpired then can happen now, with absolutely everything you desire. The sole distinction is that this time you will orchestrate it with full awareness. I'm going to provide you with something tangible. Within the next 24 hours, you will observe a specific sign. It might be an unexpected word uttered by someone without context. It could be an object you spot twice in unrelated locations. Perhaps it will be a thought that arises just as you awaken. This sign isn't random. It originates from your future self, validating that the conclusion is already in motion. Don't actively search for it. Allow it to appear naturally. And when you perceive it, resist the urge to analyze it. Simply acknowledge silently, I see it. Continue. This serves as your confirmation that you are attuned to the frequency of your desired state. It's your undeniable proof you are on the right wavelength. Now bring your attention to your jaw. Is it tight? If so, consciously release it. Separate your teeth slightly. Relax your tongue. This tension isn't purely physical. It's the ego's grasp, struggling to maintain control over reality. Yet, reality doesn't require your control. It seeks your permission. And when you loosen your jaw, you are granting the universe permission to reconfigure things without your direct intervention. The end result is already choosing you. Your only assignment is to cease clenching. Here comes the crucial contrast. You can continue navigating life from a place of questioning, or you can begin experiencing it from a place of knowing the answer. From the perspective of questioning, each day is a relentless search. From the perspective of the answer, every day is a profound confirmation. When you operate from the question, the how becomes your burden. When you operate from the answer, the how is a gift bestowed by the universe. The disparity between these two states isn't philosophical. It's somatic. One contracts, the other expands, and the universe invariably responds to expansion. Consider this. If all the effort you've expended until now was merely to bring you to this very instant, so that you would hear these words precisely when your nervous system was primed to receive them, then it's no coincidence you feel what you do right now. It's reverse causality. This isn't desperation. This is your future self, the one who already possesses everything you desire, observing this present moment and collapsing the probability wave so that you hear what you need to hear. This isn't chance. Here, the field is reordering itself. Feel the palm of your right hand. Close your eyes for just a second, if you can. Experience the warmth, the weight, the distinct texture of your own skin. Now, don't visualize. Instead, feel. In that hand, you are holding the final outcome you desire. Don't perceive it as an image, but sense it as weight, as temperature, as a physical certainty. That sensation, however subtle, holds more potency than 1,000 mental affirmations. Because your body does not lie. And when your body genuinely feels, the universe responds accordingly. I'm going to ask something more of you now. If this video is resonating with you, if something within you is stirring, if something inside you is recognizing a truth you didn't consciously know you possessed, then subscribe to remain connected to this frequency. This isn't about marketing. It's about coherence. When you subscribe, you signal to your nervous system that you choose to continue receiving this vital information. And that deliberate choice activates a reinforcing mechanism that keeps your energetic field aligned, even when your mind harbors doubts. Do it now. It's an integral part of the process. If you are someone fixated on quote 28, someone exhausted by relentless planning, forcing, and waiting, then share this broadcast with that individual. Not because you need to persuade them, but because when you share from the frequency of the accomplished outcome, you are functioning as a conduit, and the universe rewards conduits with increased flow. Share it now. It's a symbolic gesture that strengthens your own alignment. The inverse compass operates on a simple principle. If you lack the frequency, it points to where you already are. It sounds counterintuitive, I know. But that's precisely how it functions. The future you yearn for already exists as a potential, collapsed in the quantum field. Your role isn't to create it. It's to align with the frequency where it has already materialized. And when you align, the quote 29 becomes utterly irrelevant, because the quote 30 is automatic. It's the universe's natural response to a coherent field. Reflect on this. How many times have you received precisely what you needed, precisely when you stopped actively searching for it? How many times did the solution reveal itself the moment you relinquished control? It wasn't surrender, it was alignment. You ceased interfering, and the universe was able to perform its work. What you label as surrender is, in fact, the highest frequency you can attain, because it is the frequency where the outcome is already choosing you, and you simply permit it to unfold. Now, feel your heart, not just its beat. Feel the spaciousness around your heart, as if a magnetic field is emanating from your chest. Because it is. Scientists have determined that the heart's electromagnetic field is 5,000 times more powerful than the brain's. This potent field acts as your true mechanism for manifestation. When your heart embodies the desired outcome as a certainty, it emits a signal that rearranges the subatomic particles in your vicinity. This isn't metaphorical. It's grounded in physics. I'm going to tell you something that might be difficult to hear. If you haven't yet attained what you desire, it's not because the universe is withholding it. It's because your energetic frequency is still asking rather than declaring. And by its very nature, a question keeps the answer at a distance. But at the moment, you feel the conclusion, not as a mere hope, but as an accomplished fact. The question vanishes, and with it, the separation. You can try an experiment right now. Think of a small desire, not something enormous, but something straightforward. Now, instead of wondering how to achieve it, actually feel as if you already possess it. Observe your belief system shifting. Notice the changes in your breathing. Feel your shoulders relaxing. Sense an opening within your chest. That expansiveness is the signal. That is the frequency of the fulfilled outcome. If you can cultivate this feeling for something minor, you can cultivate it for anything. The magnitude is irrelevant. The frequency is what matters. The outcome is already choosing you. With every second you absorb this information, your nervous system is recalibrating. Every image you allow in, every sensation you embrace, every moment you cease resisting the certainty that it is already yours, you are signing a contract with your future self. This contract is binding, not because the universe enforces it, but because your biology cannot sustain two distinct frequencies simultaneously. You either operate from the state of inquiry or from the state of resolution. There is no middle ground. One final thought. When this video concludes, you'll likely feel an impulse, perhaps to act, to wait, or to doubt. Ignore it. Instead, simply breathe. And as you breathe, silently repeat, the outcome has already chosen me. How it unfolds is the universe's responsibility. Don't articulate this as an affirmation. Feel it as a truth. Then release it. Allow the field to perform its work. You will now perceive an inverse compass silently at play, a subtle alignment in your chest, a gentle order in your gaze. The curious thing is that when you make decisions from this place of calm, it feels as though the future has already decided for you. This isn't a relinquishing of freedom, but rather a profound alignment with what is inherently yours. From this point forward, you no longer pursue, you simply permit. When this visual fades, the frequency will persist within you. Share this message with anyone who resonates with it. The outcome is already selecting you. All you need to do is acknowledge it.